Silver medalist representing Jamaica, Yohan.
What brings you here to make your training center here in Austria?
It's really nice being here. My agent told me about this place and that it is really nice and I should check it out. So I decided to come and I fall in love with it.
Of course, we would have preferred to see you in Budapest during these days, but what does it mean to you to not have qualified, or other question, why is it happening?
You know, being the youngest 100-meter world champion and still his, you know, every day I feel distraught about not being there, you know. At the trials, I false started. Never happened to me before like that. And I don't know what happened. I just run out the blocks and I relive it every day and it haunts me every day. Sometimes I can't even sleep.
In which phase of your career do you find yourself at the moment?
You know, to be honest, I've been running really well. I've been there with the top guys. Mind the fact that I've got an injury that was a career-ending injury. My muscle came off my bone. So right now I shouldn't be running, but thank God I am. And I'm still competing at the top. And I know that I have so much more to give because I have been training and I know what I'm feeling. So I know, like, the Olympics is going to be different.
Yeah, I saw your times, which are really very, very good, around 10 seconds, much better than in the years, of course,
yeah,
as
definitely.
you mentioned in your injury time. Let me ask you, what, as you know, as a world champion, what does it take? What is needed to be an absolute top athlete?
Well, for me, it used to take 16 bananas every day. For real, I used to eat like 16 bananas every day. But yeah, I changed somewhat. But it really takes a lot of dedication and sacrifice. You know, being a top athlete, you can't live a life like a normal person. You have to go on a rabbit diet. You have to sacrifice off the camera, no girls. So you have to lock in, and you have to know your sense of purpose and what you want to do.
And you're still able or ready to do it and to sacrifice a lot?
Definitely. You know, even though I am living okay, you know, I'm still hungry. I still feel that urge. You know, I still love it, and I still want to give more.
Of course, I have to ask you, for the years you were alongside Usain Bolt. Of course, you were the fastest duo on earth. We in Austria only know it from alpine skiing, when two guys fight for the top places. Of course, not in athletics. But how was the time for you being alongside him? Of course, he was the shining star, but you were close to him. Of course, you beat him a few times. How was the experience with him?
To be honest, it was an amazing experience. You know, if I should do it again, I would have, because I learned so much from him, because he has been to the top so much time and he has been at the top. And to train with him, competing against him, it gave me real fire and real purpose in training. We're head to head in training. Sometimes when Usain is late for training, I will sit and I will wait until he shows up, because I want to train with the best. I want to be the best. And he know that, you know, so every day he push me and I push him. He encouraged me a lot. You know, he tell me that, you know, don't listen to the crowd, believe in yourself. And that's what I do all the time. You know, and to be at the top with him competing, you know, even before, when he first started, we went back to the hotel and he was there and he was playing the game. And I sit and I joined him, and he was so furious, you know. He was so furious, but I said, listen, you were saying you have the 200 meters. So he decided to go there and just run it fast.
And how is it if he's always maybe, or in the most cases, the winner? Maybe you could have been the winner once you had the chance in 2011 and you took the chance. But is it more kind of a burden? Do you say, if he wasn't there, I would be number one? Or is it, as you said, a fantastic experience to see that and to grow alongside him?
Sometime in life, you're going to have people that is just for that moment. And he was that, in this era, he was that guy for that moment. He was the king, you know, and it was hard to even to come up against that. The little time that I got to do what I did, it was incredible because he knew that I wasn't a joke, and he knew that if he slipped, he will slide. You know, so it was a great experience, and I'm grateful for what I've achieved and for what I keep on achieving and for what I have done during that time of his era.
Did you change in yourself a little bit? Because I remember the time, of course, when he was shining, you were there, you were the beast, you always put on your show yourself. Now you seem to me in the last few years more relaxed, more calm. Did something change?
Yeah, I don't know why I changed, but you know, sometimes you lost that edge and you have to find it back. And being the beast, actually, that name came from Usain, because I was training and he said, yo, no man, you're a beast in training, because he know that I give everything, you know. And so the night before the Olympic finals, I was watching Michael Jackson Thriller, and I said, what I'm going to do for the beast. And I said, Michael Jackson go like this. I said, oh, okay. So that's where the moves and everything came from. Okay. Yeah, so the name came from Usain and the moves come from Michael Jackson.
The last few years, you already mentioned the big injury, the hamstring injury. How hard was it to come back? How hard was it the time when you were not competing or not competing in the way you were used to? And how hard was it, or how fine was it to be able again, even if it was sometimes close to the medals, but you were fast again?
That was, you said it. Every time after the injury, I came forth. And I say, you're so close, but so far. And that's what get into my head, and that's what messed me up. Physically, I was okay. Mentally, I wasn't there for 3 years. Because if you really sit and think, for your muscle to come off the bone, imagine how that would have feel. I have to spend mentally 3 years getting myself back together. People telling me that you're finished. People say you're not going to come back. And that's what rises me to the occasion to say, listen, you're the second fastest man in history over both the 100 and the 200. You can do it. And that's where I come back from.
I mean, it seems so easy. You have to start and you have to run straight ahead 100 or maybe 200 around the corner. It seems so easy, but is it at the same time so hard to be good at that? Because everybody is trying to run as fast as they can.
You use the word good. I would say good is relative. To be great or to be legendary, you know, it's just minute seconds that technically that 100 have to be perfect. No mistake can be made. 200, you have time, you can make a little mistake and come back in the race. But for the 100, that 100 per second, that milliseconds, everything do matters. And when you're out there, you want to have everything right down to the T. So that's what makes you great.
So what are you looking forward to? You already mentioned Paris. So is it next year the big goal to go to Olympics again, to make the way to Paris?
Right now, what I'm focusing on, I have China and the Diamond League finals. I want to win. I'm going to win those 2 races, sign off on a great year, go back in training. I might do indoors. I've never done it before, something I'm considering. And looking forward to train for that Olympics.
And maybe next year, of course, as we are here sitting in St. Pölten, there's a big meeting in end of May. We already talked about, I already told you how good that meeting is. Are you considering coming back?
Well, like what you're telling me about it, definitely. I would definitely consider about coming back. Right as I get off this, I'm going to call my agent and we're going to talk about it. So I would love to.
Great, they will be happy to hear that, I hope so. Of course. At the moment, the Jamaican sprint team is, of course, not close to that when it was with you, Usain, and your relay, of course, and your big triumphs. What's the momentary situation in the sprinting, in the men's sprinting, of course, I have to say, in Jamaica?
I think we have some young guys that is coming up. Definitely Akeem Blake, Oblique Civil, Ryan Ford. and also the guy, Rowan Watson, that just won the trials, Kishane Thompson, those guys that is coming up. There's some good prospect there, and I think if those guys locked in and focused, the male sprinting can be on a rise again. So we're just looking forward. I think Jamaica have a chance to medal at the World Championship in the 100 meters. So we're looking forward to that.
How much are you looking forward to your career? I know you're a cricketer also, or you like cricket, but let's stay with athletics. How long do you think you will continue?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and me and my agent has been talking. Said I was telling her that I think Olympic would be my last. Then she said, based on how you perform, we will decide on that. And I said, okay, because I really want to get into the movies. You know, I love acting. And so I'm really looking forward for that, for my next chapter, and also playing some cricket in India.
Most of the people see in TV the finals, the big medal decisions in World Championships, in Olympics, but they don't see behind the curtain. So what does it really take, and how hard is the work behind that in order to judge correctly?
You know, a lot of people look and criticize and say, oh, 9 seconds, oh, 10 seconds. It's not easy. To run under those times, or to run those times, you know, it takes a lot of vomiting, you know, in training. A lot of lying down on your belly. You faint away. You know, sometimes you have to go to the doctor because your body is not producing enough energy that you need to train and to compete. You know, you need proper food. You have to be very precise with what you eat. You know, we can't live the life of a normal person. So that's all that is going on behind that people are not seeing. So if when you watch this interview, they will understand that, listen, a life of a professional athlete is never an easy one. When you can sit and look, just take a page out of their book.
Thank you, Yohan, for giving us that great insights into the life of an athlete, and in your life, of course. Thanks very much, and I wish you all the best for the next few months and years.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Great. Thanks.
Of course.